Sonia singing for all of you. Damas y caballeros.
Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán.
Gotta be ready. Gotta be.
Cuando llores, también piensa en mí.
See, there's a little house up there. During our tour, we stopped for lunch right across the street from this
what you're seeing now. They had a little open-air restaurant, and as you walked in, you see this house to the right there, where probably the owners lived, and then a little open area for dancing or something like that, and then as you come around, you'll see the restaurant itself, and as I continue around, you'll see the back to that house, and there's a little like a playhouse for the kids right there. And now I'm going to turn around and come into the restaurant itself and say hi to Karen. Okay, say hi, Karen. Across from the restaurant, that was actually a car that belonged to somebody that lived down some steps, and then here's like a little cool railing. But across from this, there's the neighbor, and you can see a little old man and a little old lady there. And here's a close-up. There's the man, and there's the lady just next door. There's her cactus so that they're growing. You could hear the rooster crow earlier. But anyway, as we left the restaurant, people were still eating, so I had a few moments, and I walked over and left Karen standing there and walked over to say hi to them, and saw that the guy was blind, and then as I looked over at the lady, she just raised up her hands and looked like she'd seen a long-lost relative that just surprised her with a visit, and she was so excited and waved for me to come over, and I came over, and she says, we just started talking in Spanish, and then she asked me if I could help her out of her wheelchair to get into another chair just a few feet away where there was an open sink where she said she wanted to bathe herself. And so as I helped her, I thought I'd just kind of like give her my arm and help her, but I could see that it needed more than that. And I looked, and her arms were just so tiny and frail, and she just had on a little thin little dress. And as she owed and oohed, I picked her up under her arms, just pretty much picked her up and set her down in the chair so she could do that. And so as we talked, I asked her if she had any family, and she said she had a son that would come by once in a while. And so I realized I needed to go. So before I left, I put my hands on her head and say, "Que Dios te bendiga," may God bless you. And she just raised her hands up and just said, "Thank you." And I realized that this was a sister in life that lived a whole different life than I did. And here we were entertaining ourselves and having a great time. And yet this brought a sense of reality to our whole vacation that will be a highlight that I will always remember. And as I walked away, I thought, well, I'll never see that lady again in this life, but I look forward to seeing her in the next. For her, no, just for her. Thank you.
En cuanto los 4 voladores se lanzan hacia el vacío, se le llama entrega del alma y fecundación de la tierra. La historia dice que los voladores antiguos tenían que dar 13 vueltas, que multiplicado por los 4,
perder el tiempo así de que me sirve, que solamente una vez se vive. No me vas a hundir, te juro por mi alma, no me vas a hundir. Tú crees que soy grande, no me vas a hundir. Espero que no te quieras, que tú a mí no me hundes. Tú no me vas a hundir. Por mí no me hundes. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Thank you. Es ligera, qué lindo es el sol que alumbra la tierra, qué dicha tan grande del hombre que espera su fiel compañera, la dueña de su amor.
Fuerte abrazo, amigos, fuerte aplauso para nuestro amigo Salvador Aldrete. Big aplauso. ¡Viva México! Aplauso para el ballet mexicanísimo. ¡Big aplauso!
Lindo, lindo, viene